Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
A lot of people in the face of a trauma or a disaster are going to have very big reactions to it. They may be very upset, angry, scared, shocked. Are they shaking uncontrollably? Are they weeping in such an exaggerated or heavy way that they are physically heaving and sobbing? It isn't just the normal cry we would expect to see.
Today we're having a training that's called Psychological First Aid. This training, we brought in trainers that responded to the disasters of Rita, Katrina, and the oil spill in New Orleans, which is something that they're the go-to trauma people in New Orleans, and they're here today to teach the community the full psychological first aid so that when people leave the training at the end of the day today, they'll feel comfortable going out into the communities and providing information and gathering information. People attending today are a range from people who are mental health clinicians who are coming here to learn this model. There's someone here who works with the construction workers who are going into the communities in the city and helping people rebuild their homes, and she's here because their construction workers were finding it was very hard to get their work done because people were so distraught about the houses they had and what the houses they were going to get look like. And so she came to see if she could learn these skills and impart them to the construction workers to help them have an easier time getting their jobs done.
Empower people, even as people are coming in and somebody seems very capable. Can you hand out these blankets? Can you help me get water? So we don't want to put too much on people who, as Michele was talking about earlier, may be very destabilized and very upset, but the people who are doing okay will do better if they have something to do.
When this happened, we immediately called her and said, been there, do you need any help with anything? Can we send you some of our materials that we use to train counselors who went out and helped post-Katrina and Rita? We sent her a lot of materials, and then she said, could you maybe come out and work with us? And we said, sure, absolutely.
Are you at all concerned that if you relax, you're going to forget important things you have to do or remember?
I think that's why PFA, or psychological first aid, is so important, because it really focuses on enhancing natural coping skills and natural coping systems to help people who would do well anyway to get better faster. A lot of times people can be stabilized with just a minimal intervention. Sometimes literally just by you sitting there and being calm in their presence is enough.
Psychological first aid is very different from general counseling. It is a model based on, in a crisis, people coming in to help the survivors just stabilize as quickly as possible. It's not meant to build long-term relationship with a therapist and a client.
A lot of people may not want to talk to the PFA helper, but they may want to talk to a priest or a rabbi, or cleric, somebody that they trust to get comfort from. And we can just, don't be offended by that.
I'm the Director of Education Programs for the Child Care Council of Nassau, and we are a child care resource and referral agency. And there were about over 1,000 providers who are affected by Hurricane Sandy, and so particularly for those providers who are group or family providers who are providing the service in their own homes, they were doubly affected. So not only is their home affected, but their business is affected. We're all in this work of caring and giving, and sometimes we don't do a good job listening to each other. So having experiences like this where we can say, oh, I'm in childcare and you're in mental health, we should talk more about this later, right? Instead of being only in our silos, right? So I talk to other childcare providers and I talk to people in early childhood, but I don't necessarily always think to outreach to the, mental health and vice versa.